Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading, guys. Hanging with mega good vibes, the Saucy Bees, and we are on to share some messages from the Divine Masculine, okay? So it could be the title here that's drawing you in. I do hope that the messages that come out in the reading, it helps to validate your intuition, okay? These are going to be things that are coming up for you because you can already energetically feel it. It's just the messages are a confirmation, okay? So a lot of you can already intuitively feel the energy here that's coming through from your Divine Masculines if this is your reading, okay? So let's dive in. What do your masculines want you to know if you found this reading? What's going on with the Divine Masculine Collective? I'm silently working on myself, and I hope you can feel that, okay? We have a lot of Divine Masculines right now going through some crazy changes. I feel like sincere energy as well. So that's a message I've been getting that's coming through. Like they've had some kind of awakening or epiphany that's been awfully painful. I feel like the regret is it's like the masculines feel like they got burned. They dropped the ball. You know when you do something that there were so many things you could have done differently, and it's like wishing you could turn back time. That's what it is. Wishing you could turn back time. That's the energy that your masculines are in. And all they're left with is this. I feel like this is what the universe has been pointing them towards either way. It's just some of the choices and decisions that they've made, particularly on this journey as well. It's kind of finally put them in this place of not hitting that brick wall anymore, and many of them are just silently working on themselves. Okay, this could be relocating, this could be changing jobs, or getting a little bit more serious about what it is they want to do for, like, I'm hearing like a purpose. You could be already doing this, Divine Feminine, and they love that, or they're drawn to that. Okay, so you may inspire this Divine Masculine to be an entrepreneur or work for themselves or get some kind of creative idea out there. Many of you might have masculines out there who are like producers. They work with music. Many of them could be writers, actors. But you've noticed in the last little while that their inspiration just hasn't been where it's needed to be. Okay, and I think too, like many of the Divine Feminines here, you've gone off and created your own success. Despite the pain, the same type of pain that they're probably going through on the journey in regards to you, I feel like you probably have turned that pain into some sort of like success for yourself, and they're wanting to do the same. Okay, both of you are very similar as well, like creatively or artistically, or you could feed off of each other's energy when it comes to creating pieces of like artwork or like just creative pieces. Okay, let's see what else the card here says. I drink a lot with this karmic to cope with our separation. Okay, so there's a karmic partner here involved, and I feel like many of your masculines, they could be unhappy with some of the choices that they've made. They could be feeling like they're stuck with a karmic partner, and in order to cope with the loss or regret or remorse of not doing what they could have done to go the distance with you, Divine Feminine, I feel like there may be, your masculines are in a place of feeling like they're paying for what they've done, and it may not be that they are, it's just, it is how life is. Part of this is also predestined, but I feel like because part of it is predestined, many of them are not happy with some of the choices and decisions that they've made when it comes to the connection that they had with you. Okay, a lot of them are now looking back and seeing how much they miss it. Okay, they miss the tenderness. I feel like since this masculine has been without you, Divine Feminine, okay, so they could have chosen this karmic partner, and now they're unhappy in that situation, and because they've chosen to be there, I feel like this Divine Feminine, you've truly distanced yourself. You feel like this Divine Masculine at one point didn't even deserve your energy. So many of you really got disciplined about just not thinking about them and really going in another direction, possibly even, dating others or having connections with others. Whether that worked out or not, you allowed yourself to be free enough to really leave this behind. And I feel like some of you notice as well that this divine masculine is just not themselves. Okay, many of you know that they're probably drinking a lot, and you can tell because they're not taking care of themselves. I'm hearing they're not putting effort into themselves, and maybe this is something that only you can tell about them, divine feminine. Okay, but they are noticing. Okay, for many of your masculines, I feel like the drinking could be an issue right now, but they're noticing. A lot of them could be trying to initiate communication with you, and it's like they sound really drunk in their texts, or they sound like they're under some kind of influence. And that's partially because I feel like a lot of them are in pain over this twin flame connection with you right now, divine feminine. I feel like if you're in the divine feminine energy, a lot of you are just veterans now when it comes to the cycles, but some deeper things are happening with your divine masculines, like deeper realizations about who you are, and they may not resonate with the word twin flame or even know the word twin flame, but the way they are feeling it is they're seeing a lot of things breaking down in their life, and they can't help but think about you. Okay, maybe you somehow predicted these things, or you have given them the heads up, or they've been open with you about certain things in their life, and you might have maybe spit some harsh truth, and I feel like a lot of these masculines didn't want to hear that truth, but the minute they returned back to this karmic situation, the truth started unfolding. Okay, in the past they could have seen you as the bad guy, so to speak, divine feminine, because you might have provided like predictions or warnings or intuitive hits that you received. And I feel like many of your masculines now are coming to see it pass. Okay. I have the Romance Angel Oracle deck here, and I just want to get a picture or an idea of just what kind of feelings they're going through, what kind of emotions they're going through romantically, just towards you. Okay. Like, because I'm sensing a lot of like regret and remorse. And it's like, I want to love you in the right ways. So let's see what that's about. We do have the separation card here coming up. So that's the word separation twice, because it came out in this card as well with the written messages from the masculine. So the separation is definitely taking a toll on them. Okay, it says time apart from your partner is on the horizon, from your partner. Okay, from the person you love, from the person you know deep down inside that you're truly drawn to. I feel like many of your masculines feel like they got themselves into a sticky situation. You know, and the thing too is, like, I feel like a lot of them drink because they feel like pulled in a lot of directions, you know, like even with their karmic partners, like they could separate from their karmic partners, and what their karmic partners will do is like pull on their emotional triggers, right? So, you know, the karmic partner, like they will purposely try to make the divine masculine jealous, or like whatever the worst behaviors are. Okay, I'm seeing jealousy, like insecurity, feeling scared to be alone. I feel like the karmic partners, they know how to tap on those triggers, and many of your divine masculines are trying very hard to heal from that, because in the past what would happen is like they would get triggered and then return back to that situation only to get burned again. Leave, get triggered with the jealousy and not wanting to be alone, not wanting to lose this karmic partner to I don't know, like promiscuous situations that this karmic partner could put themselves in. Like, I feel like the karmic partner has this way of like, when the divine masculines take time away to heal, they lure them back in with a lot of lower vibrational stuff. And your masculines know it's lower vibrational, because when they go back, they always end up hitting that brick wall where it's like the karmic lifestyle is just not where they want to be. Okay, and I'm also channeling a message too that like this separation is taking a toll on a lot of your masculines, because they're having to watch you live this life of just peace for the soul, finding joy in the simple things in life, divine feminine. Okay, we have religious factors here coming through as well. You know, there's a lot of differences between you and your divine masculine that keep them stuck in certain karmic environments, and part of that I think is for them to maybe like kind of take that layer off and realize that there's so much more, you know, beyond the way that they were brought up, you know, because I think for many of us too, a vital part of this journey is healing that, like, we have to unlearn a lot of shit that we were brought up with in order to kind of grow and thrive and with life now. And I feel like your masculines are in the process of unlearning a lot of unhealthy habits. Like, many of them could be drawn back to these karmic situations, and a big epiphany that they're having is the reason they're drawn back is because they haven't healed those parts of them that like are triggered, right? Like, it's like you shouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone because your heart beats when you start feeling jealous, or you shouldn't want to run back to a situation because it's like, oh, all of a sudden you see that person in another relationship. It's like, if you're with someone that constantly is working off of your insecurity to keep you, then that's that brick wall. I feel like that the masculines keep hitting. We also have keep an open mind and chemistry. I feel like keep an open mind is coming up because religious factors is like your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. Okay, so a lot of your masculines are slow to learn a lot of things on the journey and unlearn a lot of things on the journey as well, because of the heavy influences of, you know, when they were brought up. I think for a long time they've learned to see you as the enemy for living so freely in your own life, Divine Feminine. But now, you know, they're asking for you to keep an open mind, you know, and maybe too, the Divine Masculines are being called to keep an open mind as well, because the reason they're attracted to you is I feel like you don't live your life by a lot of, you know, constraints. It's like you're willing to open up your heart and see things from a bigger picture rather than be like programmed to just do what you're told. And maybe that's been the problem, is that you trigger this masculine in a way where you're pushing them to be more autonomous and independent and be like a free thinker. Okay, when they're in these karmic situations, I feel that like their masculinity is snatched from them. So they might experience a lot of karmic cycles where they have to depend on women, or like that matriarch kind of, you know, where it's like the women are the ones to kind of call the shots or take care of them or provide counsel and tell them what to do. Many of your masculines may be caught up in that type of dynamic. So when they do get into karmic situations, it's easy for them to kind of be controlled by, let's say it's a male Divine Masculine, it's really easy for them to be controlled by their women, to live out life their way their women want to live out life. There's no like equal compromise, or there's no feminine energy of like natural surrender where you allow your masculine to lead. I feel like a lot of your masculines have been around women who primarily have a lot of imbalanced feminine energy. Some of us might call it masculine energy, but I think for me, I prefer to look at it as like imbalanced feminine energy. You know, it's like we project the darker sides of femininity with that like control. So many of your masculines, karmics, whether they're mothers or sisters or wives or spouses, long-term partners, I feel like they detest this connection with the Divine Feminine, because the Divine Feminine is putting the masculines in a place to be able to finally think for themselves, and I think ideally break free from that generational cycle of where men just kind of go through life with their tail between their legs. It's like I feel like many of your masculines, when they are around you and when they see or sense your power, it makes them want to step into their masculine power as well. And that's kind of threatening to, like with religious factors coming up, it's kind of threatening to, I guess, like the feminine energies in their lives who have maybe kind of reigned control, but in a really imbalanced way for a long time. Okay, and that's why too, I think I channeled in yesterday's reading that many of your masculines, they're thinking about like fatherhood, like what it would be like to have a family with you, what it would be like to have like leadership that's like shared between two people. I feel like, you know, because we have the chemistry card here to end off this reading. Is it dark, guys? I feel like it's dark, probably because the sun went down. Sorry, my love, I didn't mean to scare you. Let me just raise that up. But yeah, I feel like the chemistry card is coming through because you provide that feeling of safety, like something new for this Divine Masculine to experience, okay? Because it might be like the current type of karmic partners that they attract could be very similar to that imbalanced dynamic that they've always faced. But with you, Divine Feminine, it's very different. It feels balanced. It feels like you could create or help this masculine create a beautiful, happy home. That's something that they may have never experienced before. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm getting for this reading. Let's get one more card. How are they thinking about you romantically? So we have the Emperor here coming through. Okay, and that's why I'm I'm feeling fatherhood. Okay, strong fatherhood energy, and I feel like your masculines know that they can't do this alone. It's like they need their counterpart by their side. Okay, and that's true emperor energy, is like the leader here that's coming into play. And we also have, I'm hearing the word pleading with this card. Okay, I feel like many of your masculines are pleading to you. You know, it might be for like another chance. Okay, and the reason I'm saying another chance is because many of you have moved on in a different direction, and I think that you two reconnecting, it would be a big shock to the system in a sense. You holding on to the plant? Are you trying to like lean up on the plant? That's so cute, honey. You're so cute. She just like puts her paw on the plant and is just leaning up. Too cute. But yeah, guys, like I said, pleading, okay? Pleading for another shot at doing this. And the reason they may be in this pleading energy is because, or like praying. I shouldn't say pleading. Maybe they're pleading to the universe or God in a sense. But I feel like they're praying for another chance, for you to even look their way, for you to not see this as crazy, like giving it another shot is crazy. You know, because many of you in the feminine energy, you might have done a lot of work by now where it's like you just love your masculines from afar, you know, you're able to do that. But now it's like their energy is coming back in hot and heavy because they're learning, right? They've learned so much on this journey. And now that they're in this period of healing, that's why the energy is feeling a little bit more dense right now. Okay, it's feeling a little bit more dense because there's a natural shift or a turn of the tables that's happening. Okay, a lot of your masculines are getting deeper and deeper into their emotions and feelings for this particular divine feminine. Okay, so I don't know. We might have to do another reading on this and see where the divine feminines are at, because the energy I'm getting through is that many of you have become comfortable with loving your masculines from afar, and the whole idea of having this come together in some type of relationship, I feel like that's where you guys have done the majority of your work, is to not see this as that. But now I feel like another cycle here is wanting to come through, because that's what many of your masculines are wanting with this emperor energy. And the emperor is a major arcana, right? So a big change that's coming up for many of your masculines is they want things like commitment, marriage, fatherhood. So I'm excited to see where the feminines are at. And then I'm also excited to see like what type of actions the masculines plan on taking. So, you know, we'll possibly explore that maybe in tonight's reading. I'll try to come back on tonight, or maybe tomorrow. Okay, guys? All right, so you guys take it easy, and I will catch you in the next reading, okay? You gonna say bye? Look at you enjoying the view outside, huh? We have we're situated like right in front of the walkway to our condo, so she always has people kind of looking up at her, and they'll stop and try to wave to her, you know, if they're like a cat person. So she's always like looking out. Some days when I'm just hanging here, she'll just look out, and random people just kind of look up and wave to her. I'm like, she's doing tarot readings. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye-bye.